If you're ever confused about femininity, what it is, what it isn't, where you fit in, then this video is for you. Welcome, guys. We're gonna do a new series where we're gonna talk about femininity, and I'm gonna name it Femi and Fitted because I'm gonna speak about style, styling, personal style, and everything about a woman. And I want you to be part of this series. We're just gonna go deep into femininity and understanding how to be a feminine woman, not the woman that we see online that she has a soft life. People think that femininity is a soft life. And in this series, we're gonna learn so much about a feminine woman. How does she speak? How does she walk? How does she talk? What's her aura? Everything about a feminine woman, we're gonna learn about it. So keep it femi and fitted. Why is femininity misunderstood in our generation? We see lots of women portraying femininity as a soft life, as clothes, makeup. They see that being feminine is by wearing makeup, is by dressing up well, is by smelling well. It looks so visually nice. Whereas many aspects and qualities of femininity is being misunderstood. Like, femininity is not what you portray. It's not a performance that you act upon. It's what's inside of you. It's what makes you stand out as a woman. Another reason why femininity is misunderstood in our generation is because it's confused with weakness and submission. And what do I mean by that? It means that you're lacking of boundaries and lacking of self-respect, which is not true. Being a feminine woman doesn't mean you're going to lack boundaries, doesn't mean your weaknesses are going to be aligned with femininity, or you're going to be a submissive woman. Submission is a different topic, which we're going to speak about in more episodes to come. But for today, we're going to speak about why femininity is misunderstood. What is femininity and where do you actually fit in? You're not going to be looked down upon if you are becoming softer, if you are choosing to add value and qualities to yourself. How can you be weak from adding value to yourself? You see how the world just puts rubbish in people's mind and then they just believe it. Them acknowledging their faults, acknowledging their wrong is them being weak, which is so not true. It's so interesting how lots of women think by being masculine and being very tough is the only way they're going to make it through life. Honey, let me just tell you something. There is more ways you can make it through life by dropping that masculinity down, and I'll show you other ways you can make it through life. And the biggest reason why femininity is so misunderstood in our generation, I keep on saying in our generation, because if you see the previous generation in our history, women were very feminine and men will praise a feminine woman. But the reason why it's so misunderstood now is because social media promotes performance over embodiment. They promote showing a performance, showing the soft life, showing that the walk, the clothes, the makeup, and people assume that, oh, that is femininity. But people can have good clothes, good makeup, they can have a wonderful lifestyle, but their character is so horrible. Like, the way they speak just puts you off. Have you ever met somebody where you're speaking to them and it's like, ew, like, I thought you were a person that would bring life, or a person that would be kind. You see them look so beautiful. You see them look so gorgeous. The moment something comes out of their mouth, it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. And for me, it shocks me. It really shocks me because I would think to myself, oh my days, like, I would see this wonderful lady walking across the street and she's walking also in a feminine way. And, she dresses up so gorgeous. She looks so amazing. Like, she's just perfect. Yeah, she's top tier. And you may speak to her and you may say, oh, hi, I really love your dress. Oh, yeah, that's right. Like, I don't understand. Like, why do you have to say that's right? Like, just say thank you. Be respectful. That's why I say social media puts this performance over embodiment. They perform femininity, but they never embody it. They never embody the qualities, the intentions, the understanding about femininity. They don't want that. They just want to perform, oh, I'm being a feminine woman. I'm sitting down, looking pretty, and that's it. That's not femininity. That is not femininity. Femininity is not submission or people pleasing. No, it's not. It doesn't mean that when you're feminine, you're going to be this submissive dog. Or when you're feminine, you have to please everybody. You have to make sure that everybody understands you. Everybody doesn't get hurt. We're human beings. People are going to get hurt. Even if you smile, people get hurt. Even if you smell nice, people get hurt. Even if you do nothing, people are hurt. No matter what you do, people will still respond to however they want to respond. You cannot control that, and that's out of your limit. You cannot control people's reactions or what people are going to say about you. But you as a feminine woman need to understand that you're not a people pleaser, and it's not submission. Please, submission and femininity are two different things, which I will speak about in upcoming episodes. But understand that people pleasing is not part of femininity. Submission is not part of femininity. It is not anti-ambition or laziness. And what do I mean by this? Misunderstanding femininity is also not aligned with anti-ambition or laziness. Like, it just doesn't make sense. How is it now that women who are feminine are now anti-ambition and lazy? How did that happen? Because in the past you would see that women would actually motivate their husbands or actually push their husbands. Yes, they'll be the housewives. Yes, they'll be the ones to take care of the kids. Yes, they'll be even the ones to even help their husbands start their business. How is that now that she's anti-ambition and she's lazy? Why? Is it because of social media again that shows this lifestyle? Oh, she just stays at home, she does nothing, and her life is so soft. That doesn't make sense. Just because you see somebody portraying that kind of lifestyle doesn't mean that person is feminine. Doesn't mean that person understands anything about being a feminine woman. Women who are feminine actually have ambition, and they are not lazy. You will not see a feminine woman sleep until whatever time in the afternoon. She will wake up very early, fight for her goals, set her time up, do what she needs to do for that day, and she will go after her goals. This thing about, oh, she's not ambition and she's lazy, she just sits down and waits for, the rich man to come and marry her. Where did this come from, please? I mean, maybe social media is telling you that. Well, I'm telling you that a feminine woman does not wait. She's gonna go after her goal. She's gonna pursue what she wants to pursue, regardless of the man, regardless of what is in front of her that may stop her. She's gonna pass that, and she's gonna make sure that she's gonna achieve her goals regardless. So this thing about feminine women are anti-ambition and are lazy, no, just because they don't put intensity as masculine women doesn't mean that she is lazy or she doesn't have ambition. Then Danielle, what is being feminine? Like, what is being feminine? Okay, I will tell you what femininity is, but you need to understand femininity is different for everybody. Remember, it's the qualities that are already inside of you but brought out in a much more softer, much more intentional, and much more understanding way. So when you talk about femininity, don't look at, yes, it's good to look at examples. It's good to have examples, inspirations of feminine women, but you have to build your own femininity. There's no such thing as there is this type of way of being feminine, there's this type of way of speaking, there's this type of way of moving, there's this type of way to embody qualities. No, everyone is completely different, and that's what I love about femininity. Like, it just brings out the best uniqueness of yourself. When you know a woman is feminine, you can tell by her way of speaking. You can tell from what is inside of her mindset. You can tell from the way she embodies herself with activities, with how she approaches situations, with how she handles arguments. You can tell a feminine woman through the way she just embodies herself, how she carries herself. And it's not about a costume she's wearing or a performance. Like, being feminine is not a performance, and we see that nowadays. People perform to be feminine, and when they go back home or when they get to their house, they are so horrible. Like, they're the most miserable people on earth. Like, it's so fascinating to see that many people perform being feminine. Like, you can actually be feminine from within, and that's why I said to you guys, femininity is not about one trait. It's not about a way or a path or a being or a source. It's just about the qualities you already have, but now embody them with softness, with kindness, with gentleness, with patience, with love. Like, when you embody all that, you're already becoming a feminine woman. Femininity includes self-respect and boundaries. Feminine women, they have boundaries. They know what shouldn't have come into their life and what should come into their life. They are not waiting for people to tell them they need to get up and fight for their goals. They don't need to wait for people to correct them or for them to acknowledge their wrongs. They're not waiting for that. They are aware of how they are. They are self-aware. That's the main purpose of being a feminine woman. You are self-aware of your emotions, of your reactions, of your attitudes, how you treat others, how you respond to situations. feminine women, they are very aware of how they deal with their emotions, their emotional intelligence. They constantly tackle their emotions. They constantly ask themselves, why am I being defensive? Why do I feel attacked? Why do I feel I need to be sensitive upon this topic? They are very self-aware. They don't have time for them to now blame people and say, oh no, she did wrong to me, or they put this victim mentality. They don't do that. They don't, because they don't have time to start worrying about others, because at the end of the day, that person can move and go and live their life, but she'll be stuck with that feeling. So she deals with that feeling. That's the whole point about being a feminine woman. Actually, feminine women are very skillful. They are very skillful to understand people. They're very observant. They are very intelligent with their emotions. They're very intelligent with the words that come from their mouth. They actually sit back and think before they talk. They don't just speak for the sake of it. They don't just say things for the sake of it. They acknowledge, how would this person react if I said something like this? They listen. They are listeners. So they are very skillful. They're very, they have a goal to achieve. They have a leadership skill inside of them, but they don't impose a command on people. If you do not follow this, or if you do not do this, then you're not being part of. No, they don't do that. They are actually very grounded. And that's why they take time to acknowledge things before they respond to things. Women, we are created with so many qualities. We've got so many talents, so many skills. It may be one, it may be two, but there is no woman on this earth that can say she doesn't have a talent, she doesn't have a skill, she is not aware of something. No, there is no woman on this earth. It doesn't matter what category you may fit in. You as a woman, we are all created to have a quality inside of us, but you just don't know your quality. Maybe your quality is organizing. Maybe your quality is having structure. Maybe your quality is being a woman that helps others, is very intellectual. She's very, understanding. There's so many qualities of a woman, and once you understand that, you understand, wait, this is already something within me, but you just have to remove it and use it as a tool to be feminine. It's already a skill you already have. It's already a quality you already have. So look with yourself. What is a quality? What makes me different? What do I have inside of me that brings my femininity out? It's already within you. So this thing about, how to be a feminine woman, how can I learn? You don't need to learn to be a feminine woman. Already learn who you are from within. What are your skills, your talents, and build upon that. Build with softness, with kindness, with love, with understanding. When you build upon that, then you understand and you see yourself becoming a more feminine and grounded woman. Feminine woman has softness and strength. And the difference between a feminine woman and a masculine woman is a feminine woman has softness in strength. Like, she doesn't put intensity to achieve her goals. She's not there climbing the whole mountains across the world just to make sure that she achieves her goals and she's at the very top. No, she is smart. She takes time to think, to organize, to plan, to structure. She knows that the quickest way to get to her goal is by being smart and consistent. She doesn't have to put so much intensity and so much effort into things, because naturally, whatever she's fighting for, and because of her qualities and her abilities, it's naturally aligned to what she's going to achieve. It's naturally aligned to her goals. So she knows eventually her goals are going to come regardless. So she doesn't need to put so much strength and make herself so tired and exhausted that she's very rude to others. She's very arrogant. She's very stuck up. And no, she doesn't. She's a smart woman. She takes time to just acknowledge, to realize, okay, it's going to come to me regardless. But she's very smart and she's consistent. Like I said, guys, she's consistent. Not she's being smart, she really has organized plans and she does nothing about it. No, she's consistent with it. She's a very smart lady. The last one is intentional expression. How she expresses herself through the way she dresses, she speaks, she walks, isn't a performance for her. It's already something that she's aligned with. She doesn't need to learn how to dress feminine. She doesn't need to learn how to act feminine, how to speak like a feminine woman. She doesn't, because it's already aligned with her. It's already aligned with her qualities, with her talents, with her skills. So naturally, she doesn't need to perform. She doesn't need to act like, I'm a feminine woman. I need to take time to do my hair. And she doesn't need to make voices that don't even... that are not even feminine. She doesn't need to do all that. She doesn't need to perform. She's already aligned with femininity. So naturally, she just embodies it. She embodies how she dresses, how she cares for herself. That reflects much more than the performance that she's portraying to others. Because you can really tell when somebody takes care of themselves. Mentally speaking, financially speaking, physically speaking, you can tell when people take care of themselves. And that's what a feminine woman reflects. She reflects her femininity by the way she takes care of herself. So Danielle, how can I embody femininity? The first tip I will give to you is slow down when possible. Move with intention. Don't just move because of urgency. Whatever you do as a woman, move with intention. If you're going to go to a networking event, you already have your mind set on what you want to achieve by the end of the night or by the end of the day. If you're moving into a new company, you know the skills and the teamwork that you're going to be part of, but you also know that whatever you're going to do has to reflect your presence. The whole purpose of being feminine is your presence, the core presence of who you are, what you bring. Don't be aggressive when you do things. The second one is practice emotional literacy. And what do I mean? Notice, name, and respond to the emotion. Please do not suppress your emotions. Femininity doesn't mean you need to suppress your emotions. I see that many kind women, many soft women, many feminine women have been misunderstood, that if she's hurt, if she's being betrayed, she should just keep it and suppress it and not talk about it. That's not femininity. Femininity is actually being self-aware that these emotions that I feel, that I'm having inside of me, I need to name it. I need to notice it and I need to respond to them. Responding to them in a way of dealing with them. I don't need to hide and portray that I am so strong. I am so tough. No, the moment you start suppressing your emotions, the more you build grudges, you build unforgiveness, you end up having resentment, you end up having an attitude that stinks, you build bitterness. That's how you become a bitter person. It's just awful. When you're a bitter person, it's not nice to be around you. Personally speaking, I don't like to be around bitter people because I'm grasping that energy and I don't want to be around that person, because naturally I'll become that person because of even just being around them. It doesn't mean to speak to them and to talk to them, but if you're just in the presence of somebody that is bitter, you can sense, and it's so ill. It's so draining. And I don't want many women to be bitter. I want them to actually embody femininity in a soft way, in a way that is about intention, in a way that, she's able to understand her emotions. She has emotional literacy. She understands emotional literacy. She's emotional intelligent. She thinks before she talks. She acknowledges her emotions. She notices them. She names them and she responds to them. So I really want women to grasp this, because we know we can be women that really help each other, but it's very hard in this generation to have women around you that actually genuinely want to see you grow or genuinely want to see you become a very wonderful example in our society. But maybe in the future, who knows, with how the world's going, maybe not. The last one for me is the one that I'm so passionate about. Like, I literally deliberately do this. Take care of yourself deliberately. Like, you're deliberately taking yourself to the spa, you're deliberately resting, you're deliberately looking after your skin, your face, you're doing your facials, you're doing your hair, you're doing your nails, like deliberately taking care of yourself. Like, you are not slacking when it comes to yourself. You're not slacking when it comes to self-care. And self-care is in many ways. I'm not saying that you have to spend so much money to go and get your nails done. You can easily buy nail polish that is gel and you can literally do your own nails. You can literally take care of yourself by making, remedies or face masks. Search up really good remedies or face masks. You can really take care of yourself with making sure that you smell good. It doesn't need to be with perfume. There's other ways you can smell good, which I found out. There's even herbs you can take. They can smell good from the inside. Like, there's so many things. You can literally level your life with so many tools that you can find on Google or ChatGPT. You just search up how to take care of myself with a low budget, with a high budget, whatever budget you're in, like whatever you fit in, you can literally take care of yourself. So don't think like, okay, Daniel, I don't always have money to go and do my nails. I don't always have time to go and do these activities. Like, I understand. I definitely understand. But don't use it as an excuse for you to not take care of yourself. Like, there's many ways. There is just taking time to even look after, your hair. Like, get to know your hair. Do your hair. How you do your hair. How do you style your hair. Learn how to do that. Learn how to take care of your teeth. Learn how to take care of your nails. Like, what do you need to do monthly? Cut them, trim them, file them. Whatever you're going to do, like, just spend time taking and deliberately making sure that you're always looking after yourself. Deliberately look after yourself. Don't even give excuses. Don't even apologize for looking after yourself. No, when it comes to my self-care, I'm not playing. If I need a whole day to rest and to take care of myself, I will take that day off, because I value myself, I respect myself, and I know that the way I take care of myself reflects femininity. Don't do things for the sake of it. Do it because you want to become a better woman, a woman that really embodies and carries herself with so much class, with so much elegance. I'm telling you, you're going to be admired more than the women that display everything on the market. For sure you will be. Don't even dare say, Danielle, if I take care of myself, they think I'm doing it for man, I'm doing it for attention. No, you're not doing it for attention. You're doing it for yourself. Because when you do it for yourself, you're able to reflect what's inside of you. People can look and see that you take care of yourself through the way you act, through the way you groom yourself, through the way you nourish yourself, through the way you even rest. I can tell when a woman hasn't rested, a woman hasn't groomed herself properly, or a woman that hasn't even been taken care of, like she's not taken care of. I can tell a lot through the way she acts, through the way she speaks, through the way she carries herself, through the way she even walks. You can really see that, okay, there is definitely something wrong there. There is no way of being feminine. There's only one way to be honest with yourself. I know that being feminine and everything to do with femininity is a very big controversial topic. Many women may disagree, may agree, but that's none of my business. I'm just going to tell you what it isn't, what it is, and how you can embody femininity. So I hope you enjoyed this series called Femi and Fitted. Like I said, guys, we're going to go deep into this topic. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave your comments down below. Thank you for watching and seeing the next episode. Bye.